Hey everybody, I'm Larry Fleischman, your go-to Southern California real estate broker. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be tackling that $1,000,000 question, or at least a six-figure one. What's your house worth? What will your house sell for in today's market? Well, whether you're just curious or like most getting ready to sell, you've come to the right place. And here's a little spoiler alert. Market conditions today are not 2021. Gone are the days of selling for 920,000 when your neighbor sold for 900,000. Inventory has climbed. Buyers are more choosy and homes are staying on the market longer. Let's face it, what's my house worth has lots of answers depending upon who's asking and why. Your bank, an appraiser, Uncle Bob at Thanksgiving, or most importantly, a buyer. Today, we zoom in on what's it worth to a buyer because that's what really matters most when you sell. So here's the scoop. The average single home price where I live in Santa Clarita in August of 2025 was $885,000. That's down roughly 2% from last year. Homes are hanging out on the market much longer. And in my area, median days on market rose to 48 days in July. That's up over 25 from a year ago. So yeah, homes are chilling out a little longer and buyers are more picky. If you're thinking 2021 vibes, you might get your hopes, well, recalibrated. Let me tell you about an inherited house I recently helped sell. It was appraised at $940,000, but it had 1960s bones and an 80s renovation. That's not quite fresh. The appraisal was a snapshot, not a market prediction. So we did a market analysis. We pulled comps. We walked through. We adjusted for the dated kitchen, the HVAC condition, and yes, the smell of nostalgia. The CMA helped the homeowner understand that pricing at 940 could leave the house lingering. So instead, we positioned it right, which resulted in a faster sale at what the market was telling us. So what do you need to know to find the market value of your house? Well, the first thing that you need to look at is what is impacting value today. And this is one of the reasons that I believe it is so important to align with a professional, an experienced agent who understands your hyper-local market. And I don't just mean the numbers, but the things that are happening in your market that can affect value. Recently, as an example, in my area, an elementary school was closed, and all of the students had to attend neighboring schools. Well, this had an effect on people looking at homes in that area, people that were moving in for the school. They were more hesitant, and it caused prices to stall. Now, I know I might be biased here, but I'm trying to help and protect you. So please have a local expert advisor in your corner. Okay, to start, as I said earlier, inventory is up, especially in Orange County, LA, and San Diego. Listings have ballooned, giving buyers more choices. So next, what's the market temperature, the heat, if you will? And right now, houses are lingering. In LA County, median days on the market hit 47 days. That's a high. In Riverside and the Inland Empire, it's even more at 62 days. So then you want to look at affordability. In the LA metro, home values have they're averaging right now 1.15 million. This means to purchase one of these homes, you need an annual income of at least $270,000 a year. So what about the wildfires here in Southern California? Well, homes are still selling, but only with risk-aware buyers. People are spending more time not just finding insurance, but finding the right insurance. And then there's price adjustments and all of the disclosures that go with it. Look, the bottom line, it's not 2021's frenzy. Buyers shop, they compare, and they negotiate. So let's dive in a little bit more about comps. Picture this, I'm knocking on Mr. Thompson's front door. He's inherited his childhood home, and he's eyeing that dusty appraisal from 1985 like it's gold. I pull out my tablet, because it is 2025 after all, and say, hey, let's look at homes that are built within 10 years of yours. No shiny new builds from 2010. Yours is a 56 ranch. And size, let's keep it within 200 square feet, not mansions. Mr. Thompson protests, but there's that fancy McMansion 2 blocks away. I told him, sure, that's nice, but it's like comparing your 58 Corvette to a Tesla. And we have to look at what sold within the last 60 days. So I shared 2 homes that sold on the same side of the street, same lot footprint, same era, and now we've got apples to apples, not apples to oranges. So when you're looking at comps, it's critical to be hyper local. The same area, same size, same condition. You want to look at active listings just down the block. Are they priced 2% above expected and sitting for over 45 days? Or what about looking at pending sales that flew off the market in a week that were 3% over list? Look, everybody, active listings are your competition. You don't want the other guy's open house to steal your spotlight. So what about pendings? Look, pendings are the sweet spots, right? Buyers who bid quickly. We need to both gauge the vibe and see, are buyers lining up or are they hitting snooze? So let's talk about condition. Picture this: peeling paint. Kitchen has avocado green appliances, and the AC rattles like a chainsaw. And then I catch it. A faint ooh de wet dog meets grandma's perfume aroma drifting from the hallway. Look, folks, these aren't cosmetic. Buyers sense the kitchen before they see it, and they smell it before they make an offer. When you're looking at price, you have to shave off value for that kitchen. You have to boost it for the solid foundation that you just fixed last year and factor in the charm and the scent. Because, yes, that old school stability is worth something if people focus on it. And please remember, don't shoot the messenger. I'm here to educate you and help you. I'm sharing the truth about what's going on, and that's what you need: honesty. About a month ago, I took Mr. Thompson for a ride. We hopped into the car and we drove past a neighboring house that was still for sale. How long's that been there? 60 days? That raised an eyebrow. That tells me something. Either they started at a sky high price or their photos looked rushed. Maybe they forgot to clear the counters off before the listing photos were taken. The point I was making is days on the market gives us clues, right? A long time, it means something's off. And we're going to use that intel to price or present better than your competition. And finally, before I can come up with a price, I do the big walkthrough. I step into the home. I let it soak in. I sniff the air. Yep, that's that ooh day wet dog again. I check the lighting, peek behind furniture. It's storytelling. Look, that iron stone sink in the kitchen, if it stays right, it's a mid-century hero. That 1980s shag carpet, we patch it or cover it. I mean, I've got to feel the home, not just measure it. And you need to give buyers a nose full of cozy, not dusty laundry. So you fine tune your price, maybe a smidge below comps for speed, or roll it a little above for condition. Okay, so here's your 5-step CMA playbook. Number 1, gather the comps. Match age, get close, no more than 10 years newer, and get the size within 200 square feet. The lot, location, and remember to be hyper local and sold within 60 days. Number 2, adjust for the condition. The paint, the kitchen updates, HVAC, the smell, all of these shift value. Number 3, include actives and pendings. They really reveal the competition and buyer behavior. Number 4, check days on market. Longer means something's up, maybe price, maybe presentation. And 5, walk the property. Look, I need to feel the vibe, smell the family cooking, see the details that buyers notice. Then what I do is I refine the value and craft a pricing strategy above, at, or below comps based on condition and urgency. Hey, I really hope you found this helpful. And if you're in Southern California and want to know your property's value, I'd love to walk your home and create a CMA and help you price it right. And if you're not in SoCal, no problem. I've got a network of trusted agents all across North America. Just reach out. I'll connect you. I've got a trusted network of real estate professionals, people that I've worked with, trained with, and personally know. These are agents who share my commitment to putting clients first and treating people like family. If you found this interesting or helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Thanks for watching. And remember, a house isn't just worth what you paid for it or worth what it was appraised for. It's worth what a buyer is willing to give when correctly positioned and informed. I'll see you in the next video. Stay classy, SoCal. And remember, for all things real estate, sell or buy, Larry's your guy.